I've been collecting these pieces for a little while, and I think I have enough to get started. Let's check it out. Alright, right off the bat, some of this may be triggering to some, but you're going to see some really bad welds coming up here. Well, welcome back to the channel. And what you see here is I got started with my firebox. Yes, the lid is not square. I actually drew it out freehand. The tank that I am using is actually, it was a brand new, not galvanized water heater tank. I believe it was a 38 gallon. After doing some research and digging around online, I've definitely gone through and I've redone some of these welds after learning some new tips and tricks. I used a hatchet as my handle for the firebox door. I'm actually going to be completing that in another video. This is just the part one. As you can see here, I just wanted to get the hubs tacked into place. I'm not going to weld them because it wouldn't be strong. But yeah, there's the front axle getting started. For the rear axle, I just notched out this solid backbone and inserted the axle, cleaned it up real good, and welded it. There I was test fitting the tank, kind of getting some ideas of how I was going to mount it. With the front axle, I just welded some angle iron on to give it a nice flat, level surface. There's the plate I made for the hub. It's not pretty, but it's bolted into place. It's not going anywhere. Getting that centered, I just tacked it into place a little bit just to get a good visual, making sure I had everything centered. As you can see there, I just have it tacked into place. I wanted to make sure there was enough space for the lug nuts. I actually didn't use these lug nuts. These were just for test fit. I found some smooth Euro style lug nuts. And there you can see the tongue. I'm actually redoing that right now. So in the next video, it'll be completely different. But that was the first rough draft. And it did work for a little bit, but you know, I'll explain that later. Here you can see I welded some angle iron. I used my plasma cutter to notch out the hole so I could fit the hub into place. Used 1/4 inch plate steel, welded everything together. As you can see there on the end cap, I've been getting some tips from people on how to weld, which was awesome. People were very helpful. They didn't like eat me alive like they usually do. But there it is, a rolling chassis. And everything is level, square, and I actually didn't do that on purpose. But yeah, there you can see the welds. It's a little bit better. It actually looks like I'm adhesing metal. You know, getting some, that's no grinding. That's actually pretty good for me. Usually I have to grind a lot of splatter. And I got some paint on it. The firebox is actually mounted in this picture. I just used some C-channel and some angle iron and really welded everything together. It's solid. I'm using the 60-gallon air tank. You can see my plasma cutter that I got from Yeswelder. That thing works really good. Cut through this thing like nothing. And I was only using this thing at 30 amps. Works great. And here we are. I got it back on. It's centered. I messed up there a little bit. This side is a little bit tighter. It won't be so bad cutting and filling that in. But we'll get it welded up here and see how square and level everything is once I put some heat to it. And I definitely have a big hole there to fill. So yeah, let's check it out here. I just got done welding. And you can see my welds are actually penetrating and doing pretty decent. And I got the front legs mounted onto it. They were actually stepper bars from an old piece of workout equipment. Yeah, I've used a lot of recycled parts. The axles were an old stripper pole from a stage that I built years ago. The main backbone was an old laundry post I found out in the middle of the woods. It was still solid, but this is right here is the first time it's been out under its own power, and I snapped the tongue off of it. I forgot that I only had it tacked into place. So yeah, that's actually the only thing it really failed, which isn't too bad for my first time out. And today I'm just going to be doing some grinding, some cleaning, doing some more measurements for my hinges and stuff like that. I'm going to get ready to put a collector and a chimney on this thing actually next. And you can see there the handle for the firebox. I'm going to be completing that soon, so it'll be adjustable for the air intake. And I'm going to leave that back port on there just for some temperature probes. I think that'll be a good area for temperature probes. And I don't know. I'm actually really happy with this one. It's been turning out really nice. I kind of had the vision, and it's neat to see it come together, because there really is no set instructions on something like this. You just kind of have to do it. I definitely want to be getting some more content out, and it's been kind of hard lately because I've been working on a few different projects, and this smoker's been taking up some of my time, and I lost some footage and, the usual stuff. But like always, I want to thank you guys for watching.